What's going on, fishy friends? My name is Grant Elliott. I'm the host of the Lucky and Blessed Autism Awareness Invasives Tournament update tonight. We have some fish on the board. There's some excitement brewing around this tournament. And if you aren't a part of it yet, well, look on the bottom of the screen. It tells you how to sign up and be eligible for awesome prizes. Go to marylandinvasives.com to register. In terms of our agenda tonight, we're kind of going to see what we get. We were going to have Chuck Jones on this evening. Everyone loves Chuck, but it looks like Chuck may have a family issue that he has to attend to. Maybe we get Chuck, maybe we don't. But we definitely are going to get our new sponsors in from Park Hardware. They're that new, I don't even know how to say the name yet. In Severna, Maryland, and they'll tell me whether it's Severna Park, Maryland, or just Severn, Maryland, in just a few minutes. They're that new. We're getting accustomed to them. Super nice people. I talked to them before the show, so we're definitely going to talk to them. They're giving away an awesome prize, and we always talk to Lucky and Blessed President Scott Steers. How are you, sir?
Hey, what's happening? I am lucky and blessed, folks.
You always are. Well, like we always do about this time, not everyone has seen this podcast before. Not everyone has been lucky enough to be lucky and blessed and come into contact with you and this fantastic organization that I'm honored to be a part of. So for those that don't know much about Lucky and Blessed, can you tell us, give us the rundown, Scott?
Yeah, man. So thank you for being here tonight and bringing your, and first, thank you for wearing your Autism Awareness shirt tonight. That's what the A is for, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nobody knows that you're from Atlanta, but me and, well, everybody now. But that's the A would be for Autism Awareness. Remind us to send you a couple of Lucky and Blessed shirts. Just say
I have one.
I'm kidding, man.
I've worn it on a few. I just,
Hey, you know what, Grant? It's a hard working man.
My Hawks had a huge win last night.
Oh, well, there you go. You got to rep your team. You got to rep your team. So, anyways, no, thanks for being here. Thanks for bringing your gift of hosting a podcast, which you've been doing for many years. Hey, Sam, just hopped on. Hey, Rashawn. So, literally 4 years ago to yesterday. Yesterday. Didn't realize it was 420 for some of those folks that have a different meaning for 420. But guys, I'm just seriously, I realized yesterday when a reminder popped up that yesterday was Lucky and Blessed, literally our birthday. It was when I kind of said, hey, I announced to the general public that I had this logo done by Michael over at Home Fire Studios, and no one really knew about what was happening. That logo then transitioned into Invasives and several other different logos. Thank you, Michael. But so that was back.
Talented dude, that guy, I tell you.
Amazing. Most of the charter captains and fishing companies out there, you utilize his services.
He did the Fishing Channel's logo.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, I tell you what, it just, back then, I was on a boat with our good friend Michael, our good friend Brian, who actually is from South River Watch Company, providing us with a beautiful watch. We'll show you in a minute. And he was just talking about giving back, and it just really kind of instilled in me that, I've done some things in my past that really was around humanitarianism and just giving back. And it gave me the thought to just kind of go out and hey, let's start a fishing club. Here we are 4 years later. Last year, we really perfected our adult program to the point of taking over 600 adults with different abilities out on different fishing and nature learning events during the wintertime. Actually over 100 during the wintertime, which is a brand new pilot program that was just phenomenal. And then with our summer camps, and now we're looking at even more attention towards youth with potentially an after-school program to get the kids off of the TikTok and off of just whatever they're getting into, sitting at home doing nothing. We want to get them out by the water, get them with a mentor, and just kind of help them with their mental health. So a lot of amazing.
Yourself by calling it the TikTok, by the way.
I know. I do that on purpose to make myself sound old. It's the younger population feels sorry for me.
My mom once called it the face place.
It's a ploy. It's a ploy. It's a complete ploy. Let me tell you. But no, anyways, guys, last year we had our first summer camps. This year we are excited to announce our first Anne Arundel County summer camps. Our amazing sponsors that are going to be on tonight with us from Park Hardware actually are one of our sponsors for that, and actually are donating all the fishing rods for our Anne Arundel County, all the combos for our Anne Arundel County camps, which we are just blown away. That's just a huge thing, and especially for our first camps, especially to have an Anne Arundel County partner that's going to be collaborating with on that. So many things happening. We were on BAL TV a couple of weeks ago. Things have been blown up since then. We're going to be on WMAR in the next couple of weeks, so it will continue to blow up. But we're just super excited that our adult program is running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty much of every single week, and really, at this point, we're I would say that we're a little bit in coast mode, but there's no such thing here at Lucky and Blessed Fishing, because there's always so many things going on, like this tournament that we have going on. I think this is a good time to transition.
Well, we're coasting because you're so smooth.
Yeah, well, something like that. Smooth like butter. Is that what the saying is?
Yeah, I mean, but you're not being so smooth. But let's smoothly transition into our guest sponsors and bring them on. Yes. Tracy and Diane, how are you guys?
Hi, doing fantastic tonight. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. How badly did I screw it up? It is Park Hardware, right?
It is Park Hardware, and it is in Severna Park, Maryland.
Which hence the word park.
Hence the word park. There you go. Yes.
I got it right. And you guys are brand new sponsors for Lucky and Blessed.
As of today, yes, we feel
lucky.
Thank
you for that. We're really honored for your support on that. So thank you. I've been a part of the organization for, I don't know, how long, Scott? A year or so?
Oh no. We were formed back in 2023 November, and you were there for that.
Yeah, I was contributing from afar.
One of the founding board members.
But we're super honored to have you guys. First of all, let's talk about this new partnership. How did you find out about Lucky and Blessed?
So basically, Scott sent an email to me, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I reached back out to Scott and told him we were definitely interested in what did he need. And then I think we have a marketing person, Christine, who's she's wonderful. She sometimes will help me with the fundraising. So we have a new fishing section that we've created in the store. So we really wanted to be part of a fishing community. I fish all the time. Diane fishes with me. So we really wanted to find a way to give back to the community through the fishing. And this just kind of fell into our lap. And then today, I think Christine reached out or got an email from Scott. And then I was able to speak with Scott today to kind of cut through all the email chatter and just to find out what they needed. So we're really just honored to be part of it and to be even able to give. Because I know that Mike's Bait is doing something. I know that Fish Bites is doing something. And so obviously that's fantastic that you guys will have bait of all kinds to use as well.
Well, awesome. And you guys are anglers as well, I understand.
Yes. Avid, when the season's in full bloom and the store is busy, I still try to go as much as I can, try to go every day if I can. It may only be for an hour, but it is enough to kind of keep the Joneses off,
Well, that's what Scott told me is you guys go, most of the days. And I'm like, they run a business. I mean, you guys must, you know what that means? You guys have good employees.
Yes.
We do.
We're very lucky. We bought the store only back in February. I ran it for a year, for the owner then before he asked us to buy it. And I've been in retail 36 years, so I've got a long track record. And my wife runs another business in another company as well. So we're busy, but it's like we have a fishing trip coming up May 1st, and Black sea bass season starts early in Ocean City, so we'll be out hopefully black sea bass, flounder, maybe some triggerfish. So
hang on before we talk about
he's talking like our boy Colin. Are you
hardware store? Check this out, guys. They walk the walk. That is a fine table of fish right there.
It's all in the freezer.
That's right. Nice. Yeah. And what's really funny, last year when we caught those flounders, they were like 17 pounds. Had we fished a week later and fished in the earlier in the Flounder Royale, we would have won, because that's how big the flounder was. Yeah.
I would love to put those right in front of my door.
Yeah.
Step on every single day.
That's right. Doormat.
It might get stinky, but I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
But so anglers, you guys run a business. So people come to Severna Park, they walk into Parks Hardware. What can they expect?
Well, they can really expect, I think we just have such knowledge here. I've been in the hardware industry and the growing industry for plants for a very, very, very long time. So I used to run Homestead Gardens and other businesses like that. So I've got a lot of knowledge, and I can grow grass really well. I can tell you how to be successful at it.
Not the 420 kind.
Not the 420 kind.
I was just going to say, with that 420 reference.
Well, I really don't want to get a bunch of people showing up asking about that kind of grass.
Right. Yeah, we heard you guys are selling THC products here.
That's right.
Well,
that's the 5 smoke shops down at the corner.
That's right.
Side conversation. But I'm sure you get people come in asking questions in code sometimes, right?
Well, they come in and they'll ask the questions that you automatically know what they're growing, right? There's certain soils and such by name I won't bring up, and they'll ask for that. You're like, oh, you're growing weed, right? And that's okay. That's their thing.
It's legal.
It's legal. I don't pass any judgment. I don't carry a lot of those growing mediums that they would need. I'm more of the straight,
Lawn grass,
Kentucky bluegrass, tall.
A lot of anglers are potheads. It could be a profit center for you.
Maybe so.
It could be.
We have to look into that.
That's right.
I'm just saying. I want
15%.
I want 15%. It was my idea. Oh.
There you go. I would say that you would expect to have some great customer service here. We're going to bend over backwards to help you in any way that we can.
Yeah, we understand the business, and we get you in and we get you out, but we get you whatever you need. We try to make sure it's in your hands when you leave. So I think last year when I was running it, I created just a small 8-foot fishing section that was right in front of the store, and it turned pretty quick. And so when we bought the store, I'm like, we need to make this bigger. So we grew it exponentially, and we brought in, it's tough to get some of these brands to sell to you. No live bait needed. I told Scott I was putting that up today. That came in 6 cents, Z-Man. We've got some major brands, and I'll throw local, and I will throw props to anglers, because a lot of these big fishing companies that sell this kind of product, if you're too close to another, retailer selling it, they may not sell to you. And the guys at Anglers, when they got the phone call, hey, do you mind if somebody else sells it? They said, we don't mind the competition at all. So mad respect to those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because
most wouldn't do that. Most would be like, no.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
so you guys have a legit fishing section now.
Yeah, it's legit. I mean, I've got Phoenix rods, Dobbins rods. I've got Shimano reels, Daiwa reels. I can't carry the full breadth of every ratio left and right. I just don't have the space, but we have a good beginner a good beginner section. And then I was able to buy from Rather Fishing, which I'm sure you know owns many brands like Lew's, Strike King. So I've got a huge number of Lew's combos coming in. I would have, had I been in time, I would have actually gone and gotten you guys Lew's combos for your August, but I've already submitted my early spring.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm kidding.
I know.
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe next year.
Next
I
time.
have a little bit of an affinity for Lew's. I don't have any now because I think the last one I had either broke or was stolen or I gave it away or something. But I have customs and Shimano's that cost way too much money is kind of what I fish with now.
Yeah.
But I had this Lew's, it was orange. I forget what it was called, the Orange Blast or something like that. Orange Crush. And that's what I caught my 31-inch PB snakehead on. And that was a medium light too. Like I had no reason catching that huge fish
correct.
on a medium light rod.
Yeah.
But I'll always have a special place in my heart for Lew's because of that one special moment.
Well, we're gonna get to the prize because you guys are teasing it a little bit now, but I have a question first.
But the prize is not going to be for their prize is not going to be for the question. Their prize is going to be for the drawing.
Okay, cool.
Just so we're on. We'll do another question. We'll do a question prize as well.
We'll get to all of it in just a second.
Okay, all right.
But so Tracy and Diane, Tracy, when you want to expand the fishing section in Parks Hardware, what do you have to argue with Diane about to get rid of?
Jesus, do you really want to? This is so I'm gonna. This is 100% honest of what just happened. So of course the fishing was important. So we put a lot of money to make that come true, right? We want people to come in, and we're never going to be anglers, but we kind of want to be the baby anglers, right? So we want them to be able to stop here. We added we added bags of frozen ice and all that. We want this to be a one-stop shop here on Route 2. So obviously my years of selling plants and my knowledge of selling plants at garden centers, and my wife loves to plant. She wanted to bring in annuals and perennials. And so I held off as long as I could until finally she said, well, I let you bring all the fishing in. I want to bring in plants. So we now have.
I think a lot more room though.
Yeah, we definitely, right now we have a couple parking lot spaces full of plants, but she's been selling them. They're gorgeous. We get them from a local grower. So yeah, there's definitely some give and take. We make all those decisions together, but so that's kind of what I had to give up.
He didn't want to sell plants.
I didn't want to sell plants, but we're selling plants and they're gorgeous, and she keeps up with them. But plants, it's like fishing. You have to have knowledge, right? You don't have to be great at it. You have to be lucky when you fish. But plants are a different beast. They got to live just like anything else, right? So you got to take care of them. So, but we're very proud of the fishing and the plants and just
changes that we've made.
Just being
a lot of changes.
Yeah, just being a great hardware store has been important to us.
Panama Jack and some beachy stuff and things like that. Things for kids.
Well, you guys are such hardcore anglers. You're trying to reduce your bread and butter, which is plants, to get more fishing supplies. So.
Yes, I think the only problem is with all of it is when my Rather Fishing rep came in 2 weeks ago, he said, "Oh, let's look at this video of this new bait caster that Lew's came out with, guaranteed not to backlash, right? And it's the Lew's custom something or other. It's gold. It only comes in gold." I said, well, that's ugly, right? And so he shows me the video. The guy, the pro fisherman, cannot get it to backlash. No matter what he throws, he cannot get it to backlash. So,
well, I mean, I'm really not trying to plug a video, but I did make a video on this channel at one point about how to make it so you would not backfire. I'm like Colin and Scott calling the fishing line the string.
The string, yeah.
That's like the sign of a noob when they're like, I just always get the string caught on something.
That's right.
No, you can set it up where you'll never backlash it. You really
I mean,
can. I've set them up before and handed it to a complete newbie in terms of a baitcaster, and they did not backlash it one time.
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. I mean, it's all in the brake system and stuff. You know, I throw a lot of BFS stuff, so you know, you get down to an 8th or 16th or 32nd. Some of these reels are set up to do that, but sometimes, yeah, you really got to play with them to get to that point. I got a Steez sitting right here that I haven't gotten out of the box yet. That that I'm really looking forward to setting up, but I still would expect to backlash it. But I'll take any recommendations you want to throw my
It's
way.
all about the brake. You're absolutely right. It's all about setting both knobs. And I mean, it's kind of a cheat what I'm talking about, because you can't throw like a 1/16 ounce 1/16 ounce jig with a bait caster and expect good results ever. So this is with like a 3/4 ounce jig, and you won't backlash it. Anyway,
Okay.
getting into the prize, and this is a drawing, right, Scott? Well, where's the pictures? I uploaded them. Oh, there they are. There they are. This is for a drawing, correct, Scott?
Yeah, we're going to be a drawing at the end of the show, because we're going to see if we get any more people to sign up for our tournament to qualify to have your name entered in with these other folks to win this beautiful,
as
beautiful
easy as
outfit.
possible. Signing up for the tournament is going to be on the bottom of the screen for the entire show. But tell us. Oh my God! Look at this. This pictures are tiny in the top corner of the screen. What is? Oh, it's
happening.
Because it's for the logo.
Yes, because I didn't know we were going to show it. I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Oh no, it's not your fault. I put it on in the wrong place. I put it where the logo is supposed to go.
It's user error. It's not you. It's not
user error, right? I pulled a grant. Anyways, for those of you who can see the picture, why don't you supplement my terrible error with a description about what those are?
Okay, so it looks like you're showing the reel, correct?
I am.
Okay, so I've got a brand new in the box Abu Garcia Zeta.
Oh, there we go. We got the real thing right there.
Right. It is a lefty. It is a 6:1 ratio. It's a super nice reel. I mean, you know, it's if someone's used to a bait caster, I think this is the next step up. Obviously, it's not a top of the line Daiwa or Shimano, but it's a nice reel. I've fished it myself, enjoy it immensely, and I've paired it with a Fenwick Eagle 6.6 medium and action. So I think there'll be a good pairing, and I think it's a great prize. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fabulous.
Is this
probably one of the best that we've had on our shows for this season? I would
even better than Warren from Tailored Lures.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, value to value, I'm not quite sure, but you know, it's good. I can't complain because it's all good. I mean, it's all good, but from a value standpoint, I'd say yes, better.
Is the reel a salty guy, or is that a freshwater reel?
We lost him for a sec.
We lost audio. I think Tracy might have bumped into the.
Oh, it's go back out and come back in, maybe.
Yeah, can you hear us, Tracy?
This is a StreamYard thing, because this happened last week when we had someone come in and bump someone else.
It does. I'm going to remove.
Take him off the stage and then put him back and see if that fixes it.
Hello?
No, he has to probably reset.
All right, I'm just going to kick him, not ban him, and then he'll probably come back in.
Hey, let's bring Conrad in while we're waiting.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Hey, Conrad, there he is.
How's it going, y'all?
Conrad Maillard, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
How's that busy life, managing a tournament and finishing up school, and I don't know, being a high school ladies man? How's that
playing
going?
ball?
It's going pretty well. I mean, fortunately, I haven't had a ton of fish to look at in the tournament, so I'm hoping that y'all can get some more fishing for me to look at. But it's been going pretty well. You know, high school's winding down, everything's starting to wind down, so I'm getting to the end. But I need y'all to log some more fish in that tournament, though.
But there have been fish logged, correct?
There have been some fish logged, some big fish logged.
So tell us, give us an update, man.
All right, so I believe we had Jason who logged in the first fish. He had a 5-fish stringer of snakehead that was 134 inches. The biggest fish being a 35.5-inch snakehead.
Jesus.
Wow.
Which is
35.5-inch snakehead?
Yep.
Nice.
Dang.
That's crazy.
That is what
And
we call in Georgia a big one.
Yeah, I believe that came in off of a high octane chatter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
That'll
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Which
I
this
think
time of
it's
year,
better.
that's what you should be
You know,
throwing. That
that's
and
the money
whatever your
bait
favorite
right now. I
froggy
don't think
is. That and whatever your
quite
favorite
warm enough for
tourist
the
frog.
top water bite to be hot yet. So like that subsurface chatterbait, not perfect right now.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. So Rashawn says you tried to sign up last week and it didn't allow me. Well, Rashawn, try again, buddy.
Text me when you're in the process, and I can look at it and troubleshoot it.
Yeah, Rashawn, if you're on tonight,
I had someone do that. Hold on one second. I had someone do that yesterday, Rashawn, and they just had to close it and open it back up. There was some kind of a glitch on their phone. So,
I mean, with Rashawn, it's like we just should thank him for his donation because he's not going to win anything.
Well, you know, at this point, Conrad, tell me if I'm wrong here. Pretty much anybody can win. I mean, if you can go out and have a day like Jason did in one day, someone else can go out and have the same day like that, especially this time of year. If they just
so we have 7 prizes for the tournament and 8 anglers in the tournament right now. So if you guys join the tournament and log like a fish or two, you know, you have a pretty good shot at winning some prizes. Plus our weekly giveaways on these lives. So there's really no downside to signing up.
Yeah. All right. Hold up. So I've seen the prizes, and the average cost of these prizes is at least $60, isn't it?
We have thousands of dollars worth of prizes.
So you spend $60 to sign up for the tournament. Also, there's a weekly prize, right?
Yep.
Like you're pretty much just buying. You know, you're gonna come out well. What does Rashawn say? I work a lot and busy back there. Yeah, I might not be able to really fish.
That's okay.
That'll be your excuse,
That's okay.
Rashawn, but you know, all good. Tracy and Diane, did you guys make it back? And can we hear you?
We did.
Yes.
Can you hear
Sorry,
us?
my phone rang and that knocked it out.
Well, we have a tournament update. We have Tracy and Diane from Parks Hardware, right? Parks Hardware or
Park.
Singular.
Park.
Yep.
We have all generations covered. We have Conrad here. We have 4 quadrants of hardcore anglers, and we have an awesome prize for the drawing, and we have a question of the night prize. Correct, Scott?
Yes, we do.
And which one is that?
Yes, we do. We have some bustin' baits over here, and
He's grabbing a lot, guys.
Oh man.
what's that?
You got a lot of goodies there, Scott.
Your virtual background is messing stuff up. Try like either putting them farther or closer.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm still trying to get myself back into the meeting so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay.
Yeah. So you got some. What color are those?
So they're like the froggy ones. Yeah. I got white.
Mm-hmm.
Those little tails just make them snakeheads crazy.
Yeah.
And then there's just like green chartreuse. What else do we have here? And then we also, so there's 2 packs of these subsurface frogs, which you can see right there. And one of these nice little spinners,
Oh, very nice.
bustin' bait spinners. Look at that too. Nice little color there. Put that in some stained water and you're catching a snakehead. Look at that.
Very nice. But
So that's what we have for our question of the night prizes for tonight.
Yeah, people at Bustin' Baits are really nice folks. Yeah, Rashawn kind of beat me to it, but I was gonna say, Tracy and Diane are black sea bass anglers and flounder, and you know all those fish you saw on the photo I shared before. Conrad, you kind of run the gamut, right?
Yeah.
Scott, you're mostly a freshwater guy, but you get down on the red drum and rockfish, and
Oh yeah.
I'm more of a saltwater guy myself. So, guys, if you have a bevy of knowledge here to ask questions to, but at Park Hardware, they are also experts on plants, home improvement, running a retail fishing business, right? So there's all sorts of things that they know about that the rest of us might not. And Rashawn beat us to it, and ask, what is your favorite tropical house plant?
Tropical house plant.
That's a little bit tougher one. I
don't do much in house plants.
Yeah, I don't do a lot in house plants. At Homestead, we had a bunch. Probably Anthurium would be my favorite. It's got color. Probably my second would be Mother-in-Law's Tongue, Sensiveria.
Mother-in-law's Tongue. Wow.
Violet.
So for those people that have a brown thumb, which one is the most difficult to kill?
A plastic one.
Yes. Fake. Yeah.
And can someone come into Park Hardware and buy a plastic one? I'm asking for a friend.
No.
No plastic.
No plastic,
no.
Just real.
And we don't have house plants, just outside plants.
That's right.
Right on. While we wait for other questions, I think based on what you guys have said, that Diane and Tracy have been fishing more recently than the rest of us. So tell us about your last fishing trip.
Well, it's just been me going out. We're getting ready to go in May because, like I said, the black sea bass season will open early this year. So we hope to get flounder, black sea bass, maybe a little early for trigger, maybe two togs. Then we go back May 15th. That'll be black sea bass again. And then we go a bunch and we'll go 4 times in August. And then the big one we'll go in October, end of September, to try to get the mahi run, which is, you're about 65 miles offshore for that. And so last year was mahi and tilefish.
Oh, tilefish are strong fish, are they not?
They're just really, because they're so deep.
They're very deep. So you're really, unless you've got an electronic reel, you're cranking for a good long time to get all that line back up. But we were lucky. We caught a lot of blue tile, and we caught one rogue gold tile. Have you guys ever had tile fish to eat?
I have not.
Oh wow.
Probably
the best eating fish in the ocean, I'd have to say.
Close to chicken of the sea, huh?
Yeah, just incredible. So
triggerfish is pretty good too.
Triggerfish is really good too. Yeah. So that's will be our next big trip. I go locally. I'll go to Columbia, Lake Elkhorn, and Wild Lake. Whenever I just have an extra hour or two. I used to go to Waterford all the time, but then they went through they're going through the change, and they're dredging and they're changing all that around. So that's not been the best fishing, just for an hour or so.
We got another question rolling in from Amanda. She says, what is your number one lure selling in the store?
The number one lure would be probably right now would be Warren's Tailored Lures. Behind that would be, I fish a lot of the wacky rig. So when somebody comes in and they need something easy to rig, I always push them towards the wacky rig. That has a tendency to do well for me, and it's easy to set up. A lot of times these dads don't want to do a big knot tying ceremony or have to learn a lot. Tell them the ring, pliers to spread the ring, and Yamamoto bait or whatever. So a Z-Man, soft plastic, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, that's an easy way to fish too, presentation wise, especially for bass, crappie. I mean, you get pretty much anything with that.
So that was my next question. The hardware, the fishing section in the hardware store, is that more geared towards your saltwater fishermen or your freshwater angler?
It's actually probably 80%, 75% towards fresh. I do have some saltwater lures, 6 cents. I've got Strike King coming in still, so there'll be some saltwater in there. Definitely have some saltwater reels. Like I said, never going to be able to touch anglers, but we have a good basic assortment. If somebody wanted to come in and catch striped bass, they wanted brackish water, we can give them a good rod and a good reel to get going. So we're probably 75-25 as far as saltwater, freshwater to saltwater.
Well, how many begonias does Angler sell?
None, but don't.
My
don't
head
bring
is
that
spinning.
up.
I can't go
We're liable
fishing in
to
plants
start.
and fishing in plants and fishing in plants.
You can buy a 2x4
I can't.
at Anglers.
No, probably not.
No, but you can buy hard liquor at Anglers.
That's right. I know. a thing or
Conrad
two about
can't,
that.
because he's a
No,
minor.
I can't.
You can buy guns.
Conrad, wait. Conrad, are you actually at Anglers right now?
I was at Anglers about 15 minutes ago.
Okay. Conrad works at Anglers.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
He's
Yeah.
on the staff there, yeah.
Well, I'm
If
sure
you play your
glad-
cards right, maybe you could steal them. I'm
I'm
kidding.
so
I'm
glad I
kidding.
didn't say a bad word about anglers.
Well, no, that's because you're a good person and a good
Yeah.
businessman. You wouldn't,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
and
do
that's-
that.
Yeah,
But,
Conrad, if you don't know, you're the guys that own that, gave their blessing to no live bait needed, so I could sell it. So
Nice.
Appreciate
Nice.
yeah,
For
Yeah.
sure.
yeah. So I
And
gave
they're
them a
great over
shout
there.
out.
Yep, EJ and the guys, Adam, all those guys over there have really been great to us. Lucky and blessed over the years. Now we just stole one of their people to come and be on our team, but they don't mind. They don't mind. In fact, we got some of them in our tournament, which is kind of cool. So
Good.
Nice.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
go
I
down
don't
there.
say something bad about Anglers. I mean,
no, you
Yeah,
can't.
they're fantastic. They're so knowledgeable. I'm in there once a week myself.
Yeah,
A lot of what when I went and said, okay, what can we carry? I can't carry all of it because Anglers has everything. So
Mhm.
I had to say what's important. What can we make work? So they were definitely they're iconic there. So
I will say it doesn't last very long because salt kills everything. But all of that freshwater stuff, people sleep on for saltwater fishing. A wacky rig crushes striped bass. A Ned rig does really well with redfish. I was out one day trolling from a kayak, and nothing was working on striped bass. And actually, trolling in a boat, I hate it. Trolling in a kayak is a lot of fun. And nothing was working, and I just said, you know what, forget it. I went into my box. I had a freshwater, spinnerbait. Tied it on, and they could not stop hitting that thing.
Because it's different.
yeah,
It was different.
Yeah.
Right. It was different. And, nothing else was catching a fish. And then all of a sudden it went to like every 3 or 4 seconds. So it's for those of you guys watching, you can still get some freshwater lures at Park Hardware and catch some saltwater fish.
100%.
Oh, he's got no live bait there, so you definitely can catch some big redfish, big rockfish with that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was weird a couple years ago when all those giant rockfish came into the bay during the winter. It really, no live bait matters should have brought a camera crew up here because there was a fleet of boats in this one area, like what usually happens. The big rockfish are in one area, birds, the whole thing. And if you weren't dropping no live bait matters, you weren't catching fish. That is all they were hitting. And because we knew, there might have been 20 boats there, and we knew 15 of those boats on the water. And those who were, it was the craziest thing that I ever saw. Normally, I don't have that kind of allegiance to any lure. Normally, I'm like, whatever color, whatever.
Right.
You find the fish, you throw it in the middle of them. That's the hardest thing to do. But on this particular day, it was the craziest thing. All they would eat was no live bait matters.
Yeah. And those big ones can be really finicky sometimes.
Yes. 100%.
Sometimes you got to scale down to the small, like a small all blue, or something with that small profile just to get that bite going, right?
my guess is that day it had to do with fall rate. And No Live Bait Matters has those really smooth profiles with the heavier jig heads. And I'm guessing those were falling at a rate that the bass like. But
Yeah, they've got the market cornered on that. It's funny. I was talking to the Rather rep 2 weeks ago, and it's funny how that is, I would have to say, like a younger generational vibe lure, right? They flock to that. It's the colors, the jig heads.
Yeah.
They flock to that. Kids come in and go, oh, do you have Hell Yeah Butter? Do you have lime cider? Do you have the iced tea one? It's
right. It's kind of like liquid death, the liquid death drinks that mean absolutely nothing. It's like water, but they call it liquid death itself for $6. Like, what?
Conrad made a face. What you got there, buddy?
I was in Florida for spring break. It's just ridiculous. Their marketing is so persuading to the people down there. It's, oh my God.
It is. And it's funny because I don't want to interrupt you, Conrad, but let me tell you, every other Friday when they do their special color drop, I got to hide because I'm like, if Diane sees me buying more of these, right? Because I'm like, crap, I have to have the purple one. Why? I don't know. It's not going to catch any more fish. It's got to have that special color. So,
well, I tell the color story almost every night when someone brings up color, and I'm going to bring it up tonight because it has to do with your buddy Warren over at Tailored Lures, who I was trying to get on to be our surprise guest, and I just heard back from him, and he's out to dinner, so he's not going to hop on. I don't know, he might. I told him, I'm like, go to the bathroom and hop on. I don't care. Like, we don't care where you are. I said, I just want you to hop on. But I'll never forget the first time I met him. It was a Pasadena fishing show 3 years ago, and I'm like, dude, why you have so many colors? And he goes, Scott, let me tell you, when I go fishing, I just grab a frog, I tie it on, I fish till it's beat up, and then I just grab, and then I don't even look. I just throw that one out, I grab another one, tie it on, I fish till it's beat up. And I was like, so you don't even care about it? It's like, no. I said, so why do you have so many colors? To catch anglers.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Aside from that one day on the bay where it was the only thing that would catch anything, I have to say the world is crazy because there was a day where if you tried to sell a hamburger at a restaurant for more than $10, everyone thought you were crazy. And not too long ago, a soft plastic was the budget way to go, right? You put a soft plastic on a half-ounce jig head, that whole thing's going to cost you like $1.50. They figured out a way.
You need a part-time job just to go buy some swim baits.
And how much, right? How much is the back of those No Live Bait Matters and some of those jig heads? That's probably like $20 or $30, isn't it?
Well, it's I think they're $7.99 or $6.99 for the paddles, and then for the 3-inch, I think it's $6.99, and then the jig heads I think are like $5 or something like that.
A pop, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna get, depending on what's biting, how bad they tear it up. You could. I think you're gonna get a bunch of casts out of a whole package, and there's 4 or 5 in a pack. I just put them out today, so yeah. I mean, it's they just have it. To Conrad's point, man, they just have it cornered. The vibe they send out is crazy. They've done a good job with marketing.
Yeah, when I first saw it, my first thought was like, oh man, the title of that bait is way too long. They're not going to sell anything. Like, who wants to say No Live Bait? I mean, it's too long. Come on, guys. And I guess I'm wrong. I'm wrong about a lot.
Well, who knows? You never know in the marketing world. If your marketing team is good and they really, really know what they're doing, it's just like 6 Sense. I love 6 Sense stuff, but is it any better than anything else? But their marketing, their website we have a new website coming online in about 3 months. It'll be state of the art for a hardware store. And they asked me, what is a site that you would want us to look at when we start to build your site? I said, 6 Sense, right? It just draws you in. The color, we can't be all about fishing. We have to be about hardware, about plants,
much to his dismay,
about do it yourself. So but fishing will have its own page, and we certainly want people to be drawn in so they shop online with us, order off the site. So it'll be interesting. But like those guys have that marketing cornered. I mean, like we just got done to 6 Cents. I'm sure Anglers was in on it. They did a buyer's thing a couple Mondays ago. They gave you a discount to buy if you bought product within a couple days just for being part of the Zoom call. When they went through, what's his name? I can't remember his name now. He went through all of the new stuff coming out, and I thought that was pretty smart. Gives retailers a chance to see what's coming and to get an early order in. So once again,
you got Z-Man over there at Park?
Yeah, we have Z-Man. We got a whole 4-foot section, nothing but Z-Man.
That's my go-to, man. I love that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is good. That I like.
You can never get it on the hook. You got
Beer Run is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Color?
Yeah. I like the Berkeley stuff too. I'll be honest with you. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of jump around everywhere. I don't think I have a true allegiance other than to the wacky rig. I will fish that until I'm dead.
Yeah, my favorite saltwater color for Z-Man is the white with blue sparkles, the white with blue flecks in it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is that opening night? Maybe not. No, I'm not sure.
No, it's not. That's opening night is more of like a has more of like a pink purplish in the plastic.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember that color you're thinking about.
This one I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the body is white and it's got little blue, little blue flecks of glitter or whatever it is, and it probably does no better than any of the other ones, but in my mind, I've caught a couple of good fish on it, so it's permanently there. And I'll say this: if you in your head think that bait is better than the other one, here's why it will catch more fish. Because when you're fishing that lure, you are more focused because you believe that a fish is more likely to hit it. And because of that, you're more tuned in. You're giving that lure more attention. You're working it more because you feel good. You feel confident. You can't replace confidence on the water. That is like,
well, you can replace
it. You're going to catch a fish,
you're
already halfway.
I'll take luck. I'll take luck over the confidence part. Sometimes you got to be right in the middle of it in order to walk home with something, or to be able to catch a release that day. So, but yeah, the confidence part that's all true. I agree with that.
So speaking of confidence, if somebody comes into the fishing section at Park Hardware, Tracy, are you there to give them the advice, and do you give them your spots?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm here since we purchased the store. Just in February, we've been here every single day, it's our job. We enjoy. I'm here every day. My wife is here Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with me. So we hope to be front facing for the community. So when they come in, and I had a dad come in just last week, and this is a true story. He said, I haven't fished in years, but he said, I want to take my son to the lake in Crofton to where they used to catch the snakehead. And he said, what can I do to catch snakehead? I said, well, I gave him a setup. And then I said, what else? What are you going to go fishing anywhere else? I said, I don't fish that lake. So, I do. I sold him everything for a wacky rig, right?
Perfect. Perfect for that lake.
Yeah. I think he walked out here with like $120 worth of stuff. So he was happy. I gave him a little bit of a lesson, and
nice.
Certainly we were happy.
Yeah. Now that's Walking Fish Pond in Crofton is behind the post office. And there was a time when I had a lot more time in my life that every time I go to the post office, I would just grab my rod, go catch a couple bass, because literally that pond was like that, and I had it dialed in. It was like Ned rigs, pretty much Ned rigs. I would slam them every time over there. But here, one thing I want to mention, just what you're talking about here, kind of reminds me of my dad. When my dad retired, he went to work for it was called Community Hardware. And it was up in New Jersey where I grew up. And My dad was just like Mr. Personality, and you walk in and there he is taking care of you. I mean, that's the difference between like making a purchase at like a big box store, right? Or going to that local community store that you know the person's name, you're talking to the operators. You know what I mean? It's such a much better buying experience, right? But people love to have that local community store, whether it's for hardware, whether it be for plants, whether it be for fishing gear. And the community is the big word. I mean, that's what we're all about. It's community at Lucky and Blessed Fishing, and you guys that's you're adding community, and by adding fishing, you're just adding a whole nother level of community to your community, which is just super cool. So, that really what I was really excited when I saw what you guys were doing with the Severna Park fishing team, high school fishing team, and you were giving back. There was another nonprofit I think you just did a fundraiser for,
Yep.
donated a bucket with a bunch of stuff in it. And
Yep.
like, okay, these are our people. They want to give back and they're all about the community, so just props to you guys for that, because it's hard, it's hard to compete against the big boxes. I would imagine.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
You know?
I think our knowledge base is definitely deeper, but you know what? You just, I think folks, no matter what, they shop and they have a right to shop. And I think they have the right to make that decision. And I think what we offer here is just kind of in your face, good customer service where they're greeted when they come in. Mm-hmm. They're asked, we don't point them where to go. We walk them to the product to make sure it gets in their hands. And we try to share good experiences. That way they come back and they remember the great service that they received.
That's
awesome.
Good
stuff. I'll have to stop in there next time I'm in.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
So the autism, this is why I wore the shirt, is got pointed out. The Autism Awareness Invasives Tournament focuses on not just snakehead, but also catfish. If somebody comes into the store asking how to catch a catfish, what are you guys telling them? And do you guys have baits and stuff there for them to target that?
I certainly carry some of the stink baits for it. I'm not probably going to carry long enough a true catfish, a longer rod. I don't fish for catfish. I certainly think it's a cool fish to fish for. I don't have patience for catfish, because those guys will sit there and they'll watch, and that's fantastic. I'm kind of moving all of the time when I fish. I generally take my German Shepherd. We go down to Greenhaven for 2 hours from the dock, and I'll fish for 2 hours. The dog sits with me and he growls at all the people who get too close. But it's, I don't normally go after catfish. So if somebody said, hey, how do I catch catfish? I can certainly tell them. I would probably be very honest and go, the guys down at Anglers, C. Conrad, will tell you, and that's just being honest. I don't carry a lot of I do have a bunch of catfish hooks and stuff I got from GSM, and some of the bait, but I think I would probably refer that to guys who probably know way more, and probably caught a lot of catfish and send them down to Anglers. Or it's the guys over there at Fishbones are real good too. They're real knowledgeable.
Well, you probably won't win a tournament doing this, but all your bass lures down there will catch catfish. Those blue cats will tear up bass lures. I don't know why, but I've been targeting bass many times and had a big blue cat hit those lures. But so we've got another minute or two before we're going to do prizes. Right now, we got so far either Rashawn or Rashawn or Amanda is going to win. We only got 2 questions in, so if you want to have a chance at that prize tonight, go ahead and get your questions in. So Tracy and Diane, where are you guys looking to take the business? What are some goals that you guys have for the next few years for Park Hardware?
I think we're happy with this location, and I don't think we really have the need or the desire to go to any more locations. I think we bought a store that originally was owned by a first owner for 40 years. And then the name was changed, purchased by another family, and then we bought it from them after they owned it for 3 years. So I think right now, to be honest with you, we are just looking to increase business, increase revenue, grow the bottom line, and just be part of the community. You know, the lucky and blessed thing, I think, fell in our lap at a really great time. And we want to give to things that matter. And it's going to sound cliche, but I get hit up 30 times a week for donations. And I cannot give to all of them, but I want to give to the ones that mean something to Diane and I. So this was a good opportunity to put fishing rods in people's hands that maybe they haven't experienced it before. Maybe, you know, it will be really fun for them, or, you know, just a great start to a new hobby. And certainly what Scott is doing is struck a chord with us. So
yeah, I'd love to get the kids out away from the television and the video games and the, you know, the TikTok, as he says.
The TikTok.
Yeah. Here it comes.
Yeah.
See, it worked. It's a marketing thing. It worked. It got your attention. Now you're talking about it again.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Well, we're going to keep you guys very
You gotta watch
involved.
me. I'm very sneaky like that.
I think one of the really good benefits to you, Tracy and Diane, is that you'll have a very tangible, response or like output to your efforts, right? You'll be able to see the benefits of those combos in the hands of young people. I do have one more question for you specifically, Diane. When we talk about goals and things in the next few years, do you anticipate the fishing section expanding?
I do actually anticipate it expanding some. It really just kind of depends on, again, how we grow. But I don't think it would be a bad thing if it expands. But we do try to keep a little bit front of mind that, you know, we are also a hardware store. So we do have to be here for the entire community, not just the angler community, as much as we would like to be just a fishing store. But I think we can offer the community a lot of support in other areas as well.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much for coming on. Scott, did you want to do a drawing for the combo?
Yeah, let me just, give we've got 829. Yep. So yeah, anybody that's on, guys, if I'm watching the signups, I didn't see any come in over the time that we were on here. I do have our list of everybody that signed up, but I just wanted, thank everybody for coming on tonight, whether you're on with us as a guest or whether you are, whether you logged on from YouTube or Facebook. We really appreciate your support and you guys coming and just being here for us in our community. I mean, really, that's our main reason to exist. Really, we don't provide programs for folks with disabilities. We provide a space that's safe for folks with and without disabilities to come together and be together like one. We like to say what we think the world should look like. But the world has not made that world look like that. The world has made people should be in certain places at certain times, and they can do this and they can't do this. And we've really learned, Grant, how to focus on abilities here and not disabilities. I mentioned WBAL TV before, but one of the biggest parts of that spot, and if you haven't seen it, go Google it, is Michael Hoffman and him coming to us a year ago in May as one of our clients who became a volunteer, and now he's been on staff for almost a year with us, making a difference in lives of folks with different abilities, just like him. You know what I mean? And that's a story in and of itself. But even better, we have 3 others following behind him, 3 other young men with different abilities that are volunteers right now that we are hoping to move to staff positions. These guys, don't have a lot of opportunities for employment, And if they do, it might be, it could be working at a fast food restaurant, or I mean, it could be, just kind of a temp type of job. Not anything that can get them to a place where they really, really love what they're doing. And that's what we're doing here as well. We're actually have our workforce program where we're enabling and empowering these young men to do something in their lives that they really, really love to do. And also make a job out of it. Like, oh my gosh, if you can do that, I mean, that's everybody's dream. If you can have a job and you love it, it's like you never work a day in your life, right? And that's really what Mike is. That's what Mike's testimony is on that video. Is he has a job that he loves, and we found he has the ability to do this job, and that ability shines through this program. And that's why we just want to just enforce that with you all out there that, man, what we do is way more than fishing. It's about community. It's about bringing people together, breaking down barriers, removing categories. When we go out fishing, you have to go to the handicap area. It's like, no, come with me. I'm going to drag you right down to the edge of the water. And if you fall in, I'll pull you out. Don't you worry. But we're going to do this together, and we're not going to treat anybody any different. We're all going to be the same in this. And that's really the underlying theme here is kind of creating that kind of a space, guys. So if you're not in the tournament, hop in. You have 30 seconds to get in before we do the drawing. But we do have another week, and Jason has proved that you can really hop in this thing and go out for a good day or two and really rack up some numbers. And with all the prizes, like Conrad said, in fact, if you just hop onto our YouTube page, you'll see a video of the prizes, of which one of them, and I know my background's going to kind of whack this. Oh, there we go. You can see it there. Beautiful South River Watch Company, Brian McCormick, our very, very good friend, Captain Brian McCormick. Absolutely gorgeous product. That's the biggest stringer prize. We have books from Sean Kimbrough. We have books signed from Fish Talk Magazine in there somewhere.
Yeah, Scott, we really need to make it so you're not filming these in a McDonald's bathroom, so you can have a real background instead of what you got there.
All right. Okay. I'm not sure what that was. Anyways, hey guys, that's just a little snippet of all the prizes that we have. There's charters, there's equipment, there's reels, there's snakehead combos, there's catfish combos. Man, there's just so many prizes in this thing. So get in it, guys. If you go out and catch one fish, you're probably gonna win it, and it probably can be a little tiny snakehead or a little tiny blue cat, and you're gonna win probably hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of prizes.
Right. So just because that one 35-inch snakehead was caught, and that may win a big fish prize, there's still a stringer prize, right?
Well, it's a big stringer. I mean, right now he's got first place, big stringer. I mean, if you look at the prize list, he has probably $1,600 worth of prizes already, unless someone comes in and takes them from him. So,
Right. Not like the 35-incher is going to be tough to beat, but the stringer, there's still plenty of room to win that, right?
Because we don't have a big fish prize. We just have a big stringer prize.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, I think we're going to do
drawing.
this. All right. This is going to be drum roll. This is for the Daiwa combo. The one for the friends over there. This is only folks that have been put in.
Getting tired.
And the winner is Colin
Hay, right?
Colin Lennon.
From Pet. Oh, that guy. Oh, right.
That guy, Colin Lennon.
That guy don't need no more combos.
No, he doesn't. But he needs a win. He needs a win right now. Because I know he went out fishing the other day and he didn't put any fish on the. So that's the one thing. When you're at a tournament, don't tell anybody that you're going fishing.
Yeah.
Because they know if you don't put anything on the board that you got skunked.
That's right.
Anyway, so that's why he needs a win. So Colin, congratulations. Actually, Colin was our tournament director last year. He retired because we're really a big push for getting our students involved, like Conrad, who's a senior over at Broadneck High School. We have a slew of students that are involved in this thing. They're coming out to volunteer we're going to be over in Crofton this weekend at the Spring Festival. If you're out and about, stop by and see us. We always have a bunch of students hanging out at our booth there. And of course, they're going to come once when they get out of school. They're going to be at probably all our events because that really, again, the big push on our student program, our mentoring program, we're really excited about.
Well, we still have a question of the night, and
Yes.
there's a question we didn't get to, and I think we should allow it because what do you think, Scott?
Is it a plan?
My
Oh,
son is 12 and part of Severna Park team and an avid bass tournament fish angler. How does he get involved to volunteer? That counts as a question, right?
to me, that is the best question of the year.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Should we
mine.
just get the rest of the process?
Yeah,
That's question of the night.
yeah. I vote for that. That's what you got. My vote.
Oh, that's my vote too.
All right, there you go. It's a win. I feel like
Well,
we're
let's
on
take-
like
let's
American
answer the
Idol or
question,
something.
right? Let's answer the question of the year.
Swept the competition away.
Awesome. Well, Amanda, congratulations, and your son, your stepson. We don't have his name, but I'm hoping to get his name soon because we would love to have him come out and join our already a crew of student anglers that we have. We'd love to have him come out and you to come out as well. We have a family event once a month that whole families come out and just fish together. And again, all ages, all abilities, fishing together like the world should be.
Awesome. Well, we will get that information to Amanda. We will get that prize to Amanda. Scott, I always forget something. Like after the show, you're like, you forgot to do this. Did I forget anything?
I think we covered everything, man. I think we got it all tonight.
Well, I don't want to forget to thank Tracy and Diane. Thank you guys for being a part of the organization, showing your support, making time to come on here tonight. Thanks everyone for coming on and keeping our chat active. And we got a couple more weeks of this. Or wait, we got how many? Are we gonna do one more show and then like a wrap up on the 5th?
Yeah.
Scott, or
One more show. That one more show. We don't know. We don't even know who's coming next week. We're just going to invite everybody. We might just have all of our guests come at once.
And you know what? We're going to have fun regardless, right?
We're going to have fun. We're going to have more anglers. I know we're going to have more anglers, more fish on the board for sure. Hopefully, I'll be on the board because I'm going to be out there this year. Hopefully,
more prizes next week.
More prizes, and so. Congratulations, Connor. Amanda just put Connor's name in. So Connor will be the recipient of these Bustin' Baits. And thank you for Tracy and Diane. Because I believe that Amanda Schaefer probably came in because she knows you guys through the team.
Yeah, we're excited to be supporting them.
I think we just got him on his first jersey and we're supplying the actual new team fishing jerseys as well for Severna Park.
That's awesome.
That's good stuff, guys. Well, we have a ton of positive vibes right now. I think it's a good note to go out on.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for watching the show.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks.
And we will see you next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks again. Thank you, Tracy and Diane. Thank you, Conrad. Grant, you're awesome, bro.
See
Thanks,
ya.
Conrad.